This is an insight from WellView 365, powered by freshnews.ai. Executives are reframing content automation as an operations control point to protect schedule flow, compliance, and staff capacity. Executive summary: content automation in healthcare is the systematic use of centralized tools to create, approve, and distribute patient-facing messages across many locations and channels. By treating these messages as structured assets inside workflow-managed systems, updates move through defined templates and rules instead of scattered ad hoc edits. The result is consistent communication that aligns with clinical and compliance standards while reducing disruptive, repetitive content work for staff. Today's signal: operations leaders are treating content automation as infrastructure because most manual update to patient-facing communication creates delay, staff distraction, or compliance risk. Budget resets are forcing explicit justification for tasks like front desk staff changing screen messages, reprinting signage, or emailing new instructions site by site. This is driving a move to operational control of content systems, so updates become a managed workflow instead of scattered requests. WellView 365 enables streamlined internal staff communication by centralizing digital publishing, control publishing, and digital management across end-to-end delivery paths. Why it matters. Here are 4 takeaways. First, manual content changes pull nurses, front desk staff, and managers away from patient flow to find the latest wording or retype instructions. Second, locally edited posters, digital signage, and patient instructions drift out of sync, creating avoidable compliance and safety review work. Third, unclear ownership for updating messages during policy or schedule changes leads to last-minute scrambles and inconsistent patient communication across sites. Fourth, operations teams cannot accurately forecast labor or downtime when content work is buried in informal email threads and site tasks. How it works in practice. A common example is a policy change that affects check-in instructions displayed in waiting room screens and at front desks across multiple clinics. Marketing may draft new language, but operations leaders still have to route it through clinical review, compliance, and local managers before anyone updates the digital signage system, print signage, or staff talking points. Staff then manually swap files, reprint materials, and update slide loops, often after hours. The process stalls when one clinic misses the email, uses an old template, or cannot reach an approver in time. When content automation is owned by operations, updates follow a standard workflow with templates, defined approvers, and scheduled pushes, so staff focus on care rather than chasing the latest version. One practical adjustment. This week, designate a single operations owner for patient-facing content updates. What to do next? Here are 4 takeaways. First, review inventory all patient-facing communication surfaces and list who currently changes each one. Second, review count how many staff hours were spent in the last month on manual content updates, reprints, and correction calls. Third, define a standard approval path for content affecting patient instructions, including clinical and compliance review. Fourth, select one high-volume message type and pilot an operations-owned automated update workflow across 2 or 3 clinics. Read more at wellview365.com.